Buddies, welcome back. So, very important question. Can you use WD40 on your motorcycle chain and sprocket? Now, first, let us understand why should you be using anything like WD40 on your chain and your sprocket. Number one, your chain and your sprocket is made out of metal, right? So, as simple as this, it can rust, and we need something to actually first clean the chain and then kind of lube it and also rust protect it. Okay, so three simple tips to keep your chain long lasting. That is, first clean it so that there is no sand or muck, then lube it just a little bit, okay, so that it rolls easily on the sprocket. And also, third thing, most important, is that we have a rust protection. Now, as already mentioned in the previous video, that when you wash your motorcycle, again, you should wash your motorcycle as less as possible. It's always good to take a cloth, dip it in soap water, and kind of clean your motorcycle. Don't be in a hurry. I know it's kind of pleasurable to take a water hose and spray it all over your motorcycle, but don't do that, okay? And so when you wash your motorcycle, it will have water on the chain, and the chain will rust in case the water is not dried. Next, monsoons. When it rains, water will fall on your chain, and that can also have the chain rusted. And not just this, early mornings, moisture. Okay, what happens is that your chain will be cold in the nights, and when there is moisture in the air, it's like steam which you can't see. When it touches the metal, it will kind of condense, and that water vapor condenses and water will sit on the chain. But you can't keep drying your chain all the time, right? You go for a ride, you come back home, you take a cloth immediately. Can you dry your chain? Not possible. So what do? You spray something which displaces water. Displaces means kind of repels it, throws it away. Okay, and one of the best water displacement sprays that we have in this world, there are others, but the tried and tested one is WD40. Now, what does WD40 means? It means water displacement 40th experiment. So this gentleman who invented this actually did 40 experiments, and in the 40th experiment he was able to find out a solution where you spray WD40 on any surface, okay, metal surface or whatever, and then you pour water on it. It kind of repels water, okay, it throws it out. So when you actually spray WD40 onto your chain and your sprocket, and then while washing, if there is some water, or if you go on a ride during monsoons, if there is water, if there's moisture which condenses early morning. Now, if your chain is already if chain has already been sprayed with WD40, then this water gets repelled, it gets thrown off. So when water gets repelled, when it does not sit on the chain, very simple, it will not rust so easily. It will last way longer. So in general, to achieve something like this without WD40, you would need first something called a chain cleaner. So chain cleaner is something like kerosene, okay, but it's a spray. You spray it on your chain and the sprocket, and then you clean it. So what it does, it basically dissolves any muck, okay, and muck is like the black thing, okay. And then after that process one, then you have to kind of lube your chain, okay, primarily for rust protection and also for a little bit of smooth running. So you use a chain lube, okay, and you spray it. So you're using two things, all right, and you're paying twice the cost. Now a chain lube, a good one, would cost about 500 rupees per can, okay, and a chain cleaner also would cost about 300-400 rupees a can. You're spending about 800 rupees, okay, on these two things. And how much does WD40 cost a can? Probably about 350 rupees, depends on the size what you're buying. And a WD40, a single thing, can do all these three things, okay. So what I have been doing for years, okay, at least for the last 10 years. Now when I started doing this, everyone, can you believe this, everyone told me, Vikas, don't use WD-40 on your chain. Now WD-40 will melt your o-rings. Your chain will go bad. O-rings are made out of rubber, and WD-40 eats rubber. I said, well, I mean, I don't think so, because people use WD-40 in various applications. People use WD-40 in a lock, like this kind of lock here. If it's not opening well, or if there is there's any kind of rust inside, people spray WD-40 and use it. So I mean, even locks have rubber inside, These things work, and I said, let me try it on my chains. And I believe that it is better for one person to try it. For someone like me, who is a kind of reviewer, tester of motorcycle stuff, I should try it. If my chain goes bad, no problem, I'll learn out of it. But if it works out, I'll bust a myth, and it'll help millions of you all riders. Okay, so I've done it for at least 10 years. None of my chains, forget about they're going bad, but they are in immaculate condition, and they have lasted really well. Okay, so even if I'm riding a motorcycle, or even if I'm storing a motorcycle, because we have close to 10 motorcycles, there are many motorcycles which I don't use for 6 months also sometimes. So especially when I'm storing a motorcycle, what I do, I spray WD-40 first, clean it with a towel, okay, and then spray a little bit more WD-40, and make sure that the sprocket and the chain has WD-40 there, okay, and leave it. Even after 6 months, I go, there is not even a single dot of rust on it, okay. And when I'm riding a motorcycle in regular use, I do the same thing, okay. So this is something which I highly recommend, okay. No matter who says what, that don't use WD-40, don't care about it. I've done it, and I vouch for it. So that's it, buddies. Quick tip, myth busted, which I've done it. And WD-40 is available on Amazon. I'll leave a link, affiliate link in the description. You can buy it from there. It helps my company. Or you can go to any hardware store, buy one. But make sure you're buying an original WD-40. I mean, most of them are original, but you can never know. There can be some WD-40. I mean, the name written WD-40, but it could be a fake product. So that is it. Take care. Bye bye. And if you're not subscribed to me, you'll miss out on important videos like these. And I'm there on Instagram and Facebook.